Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast. I'm your host and beat writer, Brock Vieira. You can check out all of our work at www.si.com/NFL/Rams /on SI, where you can check out double digit pieces of content dropping daily, ranging from written to audio to video content. We are here recording live from the Rams Woodland Hills facility in this excellent soundproof box. And here are some of the big things and info that you need to know about this upcoming contest between the Rams and the Seahawks for the NFC Championship. The first is the injury report. So there's good news for the Rams. For the most part, they were able to walk away from the Chicago Bears game without any major issues. The big thing to note was that Quentin Lake did miss Wednesday's practice with illness. However, he was back on Thursday and is expected to play. It doesn't appear that the illness is going to be a lingering issue for him. Byron Young is the only player to miss practice on both Wednesday and Thursday. Young and Lake were the only players to miss practice on Wednesday. But the reason why Young is missing both days is it's precautionary for his knee. He's been dealing with a slight knee issue. I wouldn't really call it an injury, more of just managing it so that he's in the best position he can be for game day. He is expected to play. What his reps will look like will be interesting to see, considering that Josiah Stewart took a larger portion of the snaps in Chicago, but Young will be on the field barring any unexpected updates. For Seattle, for the most part, they're healthy, but there is one glaring issue for them, and that is their left tackle position. Not only is starter Charles Cross, he didn't practice on Wednesday, but several of their backups were unable to go as well. The Seahawks, for the most part, are a fairly healthy team. Sam Darnold is dealing with a little bit of an oblique issue. There's also, the wear and tear of playing that game against the San Francisco 49ers. But since the Seahawks were able to blow that out the 49ers, they're able to take care of their guys. So on Wednesday, of course, they had some of their stars out. DeMarcus Lawrence, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Leonard Williams. Those guys had rest. Darnold was they were out. Sorry, they were limited in practice. Darnold was also limited with his oblique injury. And then going back to the tackles, not only was Charles Cross, he didn't practice. Josh Jones and Amari Kite, I apologize if I mispronounced that last name, did not practice as well. That's three tackles now who didn't practice. What that means for the game, we'll have to wait and see. But of course, the injury report on Thursday and on Friday will be clear indicators on what type of offensive line the Rams will be going up against come NFC Championship game. The only other big takeaways from this week of practice and what the players have said so far is that they're really not looking at the situation beyond what it is. It's a game. It is a very important game, a game against a very tough team, a team that the Rams have shown a ton of respect publicly for, with members of the organization calling Mike McDonald, the Seahawks head coach, either one of or the best defensive mind in all of football. They were very complimentary on his defensive designs, how he pairs his pass rush packages with coverage. They say that McDonald has a real understanding of offensive blocking schemes and how to exploit them and how to attack them, and the way that he dials blitzes. There really is no one like him, and they complimented the entire staff as well. On the offensive side of the ball for the Seahawks, again, a lot of compliments. They understand what a threat that Kenneth Walker is, especially now that Zach Charbonnet is out and Walker is expected to get the lion's share of the carries. The Seahawks did activate George Holani's 21-day window, so there's like a good chance he'll play, but that's another situation that's kind of still unfolding. But we know Charbonnet is out with a season-ending injury. But they still have Jackson Smith and Jigba. They still have Cooper Cup. They still have Rashid Shaheed. And even if they have an issue at tackle, the rest of the offensive line is there. How that the absence will impact how the Rams handle that position, along with Anthony Bradford, which is the two weakest parts of the offensive operation, will be determined. But for the most part, it's just going to be straight up ball as far as the Rams are concerned. This game is going to come down to who can execute in the crucial moments and who will win the turnover battle. Of course, the Rams, though they didn't have a great offensive output in their home victory against Seattle, completely obliterated turnover margin, securing four interceptions against Darnold. In the second game, it was the Rams' inability to secure the win because of some issues on special teams defense that ended up deciding that game. So, of course, Special teams plays it well, but the turnover battle will be paramount to everything. This has been Brock Vera for the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast. We'll catch you all next time. Take care.